Hey guys, how's it going? It's Murray here doing my fourth vlog for the Advent season. This week, we're actually going to be talking about two different stories in the Bible. We'll be talking about the story of the shepherds, which appears in the book of Luke, and the story of the Magi, or the wise men, which appears in the book of Matthew. These are both very interesting stories. The figures that appear in them don't appear anywhere else in the Bible. They just kind of come and go. But they both have huge significance for the Christmas season and what it means. The wise men were scholars who studied religion professionally. But the shepherds were the opposite. They were blue-collar workers who were doing hard work out in the fields, taking care of their sheep and just trying to make an income. This week, we'll be talking about how the voice of God reaches out to... The heck was that? Did you see that? My door just slammed closed. The heck is going on? Is that an elf? Guys, I just saw an elf in my window and I have no idea what the heck that means. And I didn't even think elves existed, to be honest, but... There we go, I just put on my front camera so that you guys can see. What the... Hey, get back here, you! What? Come here! He came in here. There he is! Ah. What's going on? He was just here. Oh. But he keeps disappearing. Hey! Hey! No! Oh! Missed him. Alright, it sounds like he's going downstairs. Hang on. What the heck? I could have sworn he was here. I could have sworn that I followed him in here, but there's no sign of that little elf anywhere. What the heck is this? Who wrote on the board? Oh, look, that little elf left a Merry Christmas message for the St. Andrew's Sunday School. Oh, look at this. They got everyone's names on here. Grayson and Brianna, Henry and Vicky and David, Peter and Ethan, Alex, Martha, Rory, Deshawn, Scarlett, Lexi, and Nolan. Oh, and there's Nicholas, too. Oh, that's so lovely. Oh. 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 Well, I'm back in my office, guys. That was quite the journey that elf led me on through the church. Man, didn't think I'd go chasing an elf today, but I'll tell you, it was really nice seeing that lovely Christmas message that he had for all of you guys at the end of that trip. You know, the shepherds and the Magi, the wise men, they didn't expect to go on such a long journey either. I mean, the wise men were scholars. They studied books for a living. They probably weren't used to going on really long trips to the places that they read about. And the shepherds, I mean, they were used to walking around a lot, following their sheep, but they lived pretty workaday lives. I mean, they just took care of their sheep, sold their wool, and made money for their families. So for them, seeing something like a choir of angels in the sky announcing the coming of the Messiah, well, they were probably very surprised, and they probably never thought that they were worthy to hear God's voice so loudly or see such a thing. But God talks to all of us in his own special way. Sometimes God talks to us with the voice of 1,000 angels to make sure that we don't miss his message. And sometimes God speaks to us in a way that's very specific to us, like the wise men. I mean, who else but a bunch of scholars who study the stars could have noticed that new star in the sky? But they did, and they knew right away what it meant and what God was telling them. This Sunday, we're going to learn about how we can listen for God's voice in our daily lives, and how God's voice is always trying to lead us back to him, no matter how normal or regular we think we are. If you guys want to read these stories yourselves before Sunday, then you can read the story about the wise men in the book of Matthew, chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. And the story of the shepherds in the field appears in the book of Luke, chapter 2, verses 8 to 20. Or you can read it in your Spark Story Bibles, starting on page 214. I can't wait to see all of you for that lesson. It's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, don't forget that this Sunday at 10 o'clock is the premiere of our Christmas pageant video, which you can find at the YouTube channel Arithmacode. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Some of you are even in it. And it's a great way to reminisce on Christmases past and look forward to Christmases in the future, when the pandemic will be over and we can finally come back together in the church. So until Sunday, I'll just say goodbye, God bless, have a great rest of your week, and enjoy the snow because it looks like it's staying for once. Take care, everyone.